Hey guys, my name is Manas and welcome to the Stock Market University. So in this video, we're going to learn about why to invest and where to invest. See, like investing is a buzzword in the terminology of the stock market or something in the recent scenarios. So we're going to discuss about why to invest and where to invest. So for that, we're going to take about the real-time example. For suppose a man A is a software engineer. So he earns a 50k amount. He earns 50k amount for monthly. So sorry, my handwriting is not that pretty good. So he earns about the 50k and he spends on that 50k he spends 30k for his daily needs like like parties or something etc. And he saves 20k. Like without investing, he just only saves the 20k rupees in his bank account. And for suppose let us assume that every year he gets an hike of 10 percentage. So and also every year the cost of living increases to 8 percentage. And also he wants to retire at the age of 50. So he want to retire at the age of 50 and his current age is like assume like 30 years. So he was saving the 20k rupees. So he was saving the 20k rupees for the next 20 years, right? So next 20 years, and he also decides he don't want to do any job after the retirement, like he want to retire at the age of the 50. After that he don't want to do any particular job. So he was just saying saving the 20k and not investing in any equities or fixed income bonds or something like that. We're gonna discuss about the further. So he just saves the 20k and we're gonna calculate like how much income, right, he generates for the 20k. So for that I have already calculated this. See that for the first year 6,000 like a 6 lakhs and a yearly expense, and after that all the 20 years is like 1.7 crores, like you can say the 1.8 crores nearly. So he gonna save 1.8 crores, but without changing his lifestyle, like saying spending the 30k, or like it increases, right? Every hike, every year hike, it increases. So we nothing to worry about that. So he gonna make at the end of the 50 years, he gonna make 1.7, like 1.8 crores, nearly 1.8 crores. He's got a total margin. So this is about a person who doesn't invest, right? If the person wants to invest his 20%, so what are his margins? So I'm gonna show here like the same person earns 50k and spends 30k and saves 20k. 10% increase in his hike of the year and 8% increase in the cost of living, and same is 30 years and he wants 50 years to retire, remaining 20 years. So here he wants to invest like in nowadays so many banks or fixed income. The fixed income is like there is a less possible of risk in the capital. The capital is like the amount which we invested. So the less possible risk in the capital is called the fixed income. And get a nowadays the so many banks are offering like a 10 to 16 percentage in the return for the fixed income. So every year he saves the 20k, the total per month 20k saves to the year, and he chooses to invest. So let us go to the another calculation. So this is the like this. So he want same income is made by the same, you can see this is all the same, and yearly expense also the same. But when it comes to the cash restraint, it changes. Why? Because he chooses to invest and it comes to the 12%. Let us assume that he like a cash invested at the rate of 12% every year. So when the 12 percentage comes to the down, like the sum of the 12 percentage of the 20 years is like 4.2 crores, right? So it's a huge amount. The 1.8 to the 4.2 is a completely immense, right? It's a huge amount. So I think that this solves our first question, like why to invest to get a huge returns. Like the saving is not important, right? If you don't get the more, if you have the option available for getting the more income than the actually have, why should we not to invest? So it solves our first question, why to invest. So next one is way to invest, right? For the way to invest, we have the four options. The first one is fixed income, and the second one is equity, and the third one is real estate, and the fourth one is gold. So way to invest, and how much percentage should we invest, like our saving amount, at which percentage we should invest as the four, right? So we're going to discuss about one by one about this. First of all, let us take about the fixed income. So what is a fixed income, and how much we should invest, and what are those? Like fixed income is like invest the saving amount which offers like a 7 to 14 percentage of a return. Like it is assurance of your capital, like your capital won't be get damaged, and you get somewhat return on that capital, and it has the low possibility of the risk, and a moderate returns. So it is all about the fixed income. And the fixed income, like you can say that bank fixed deposits, or bond issued by the government of India, bonds issued by government agencies like NAI and Indian Railways, NTPC, etc., or bonds issued by private companies like Mahindra Finance, like Sriram Chit Funds, or something like that. So this is all about the fixed income. Your capital was absolutely safe. The second one is about the equity. So what is an equity? You can easily say it's about the company stocks and shares. So basically, we buy the stocks at the two exchanges. Those are National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange. So that investing in the equities involves buying shares of publicly listed companies. So those companies should be definitely listed, whether it is an NSE or BSE. So here the equity, like equity offers more returns, like 14 to 17 percentage in sometimes the 20 to 30 percentage too. But there is no assurance for our capital, like we can lose our capital. And also because remember this point, whenever the risk of our capital increases, the more return will increases. The risk of our capital decreases, the more returns will be decreases, like it will be down to the low or moderate return. So in future we're gonna discuss about how to invest in this sector, like in equity, with the some of the technical knowledge, and how to find the companies which can give the best value, like for the less risk compared to the others. In the future section we're gonna discuss about that. So if you invest some money in the stock for more than 365 days, it is called as the long term investment. So it has some tax profits, tax prohibitions, something is there. So when we cover the chapter of the equity in further more session, so I'll gonna say about those tax exemptions and something like that. So this is all the basic you need to know about the NSE and BSE. So the next part is about the real estate. So in this real estate sector we can earn also money. Like in the real estate sector we can earn like a two ways. That is, first one is the rental. The first one is about the rental, and second one is capital. So what is a rental and what is a capital? Wait a minute. So rental. So rental is like if you buy a house and give someone to live in, and they pay you some money, it's like a rental, right? So what is the capital? So capital is like only the sites like farming lands or something, sites which are in the crowded cities which we can trade or transaction. Like if you buy for the 20 lakhs and you sell for the 22 lakhs. So this is like we like it's like a buying and selling is called a real estate, right? It's a simple technology. So the next one is about the gold. So gold is gold. You mean the metal? The gold and silver are the precious metals in the stock market. So you can observe that nowadays the gold increases its prices, right? And also the silver also increases the price, so you can actually get the percentage of 7 to 10 percentage in the gold or silver. Is up to you, 7 to 10 percentage. So it's all depend upon you, but you should have to be in the focus on long term investment, because only the long term investment will eats you the profits and margins and more returns compared to the short term or day traders or something like that. So here you solve the second question like way to invest. So you can ask me like, hey Manas, you talked about why to invest and way to invest, and I have a doubt like what percentage should I invest, like which like you said about the four like, so like I should invest in which one of these or four. So I will say that like that you should separate your profit. So in that case, my best suggestion is like that you have to divide your capital into the four. Like how I divide my capital into four. For suppose you are young and you're working, and like that you have to invest like 70 percentage in the equity. So you ask me like that, why minus the 70% equity like that? You said already like it's a huge risk, and why should I invest a 70%? Like you're working and you can take the risk, so you have to invest 70% in equity, and like 20% is in fixed income, and 10% is in the precious metals like gold or silver. So what if you are not working and some like are you retired or something, you are student or something, like you can't bear the risk, like you want like a return, and also like you want a modern return, but you don't want to lose your capital. For that I have the best and simple. So for that, the fixed income I already told you about the fixed income, right? So you have to invest like 70 percentage of your income in the fixed income, remaining 20 in the equity, and remaining 10 in the gold. So it can assure your capital as well as it will return something, right, which is very useful compared to the yes, when you watch the first one, the first question, why. So you're gonna get another doubt like, why minus you're not suggesting us about the real estate, right? So being in a part of the real estate, you should know like a lot of skills like sales skills, like negotiating skills and critical thinking skills and so many others. Like you have to buy for cheap rate and sell for the costly rate, it requires so much salesmanship. So this is all about why and way to invest in the stock market, and some of the few basics of the stock market. Thank you guys and hope for the best, and remaining videos will come soon.